Well, hey, boys and girls, welcome to Issues, the exciting political talk show that's sure to make your socks roll up, curl up your toes, roll up into the blankets, get all tangled in the wires. Oh, hell if I know. Anyway, I got nothing but news for you tonight, folks, and stick around because I'm going to be talking to Paul McNabb, our new Fund Development Director, during the interview segment, so I want you to stick around for that. That's going to be interesting. You're going to hear some news that's really important to CTV and all you viewers out there. Well, anyway, hey, the big news this time is Congress finally agreed on something. That's right, student loans. Guess what, you guys? They decided to only raise your interest rates a little bit. I know they really scared you there for a while where you were thinking that they were going to double it. Well, they brought it back down. So Congress finally agrees on something. Let's give it a hand for Congress. This was almost overwhelmingly approved. But you know what that means? Somebody's going to get fucked, and it's probably going to be you. So instead of 3.6%, you're paying 3.8%. And those in graduate school, you're only going to pay 5%, so yours is almost doubled, but not quite doubled. It only went up quite a bit. But then you parents that want to take care of your kids and send them to college, well, yours doubled. Yours is now 6.4%. And you know what they're saying? It's going to go up when the interest rates go up. And you know what they were the last time before the recession? They're like 15%, folks. So you just add on your little 3%, that means 18%, 20%, and 24%. Hey, that's like having a credit card. I have to applaud the Congress for working this out. But you know who really wins? The bankers win. And let's give a big round of applause for the bankers, which bought out our Congress, which has now bought you. So, hey, speaking of exciting things with our government, how about that significant threat that's going to close all the embassies? That's right, folks. That's right. We found out through many sources that our embassies are going to be in trouble. And so we immediately shut them down and got everybody out of there because it was a significant threat. That's right. You should all be worried at home, folks, that, the people overseas are getting pissed at us and they're going to hurt us. And if we don't do something about it, well, that's why we have the wiretapping. Yeah, if it wasn't up for the wiretapping, we would have never heard about this significant threat. And thank God for the wiretapping because we heard about this significant threat. What? What's that? Oh, the embassies were going to be closed for a religious holiday anyway for the weekend. Oh, and it's just easier to give some people some time off, kind of like a furlough day to those other guys. Oh, so they had the week off for the holidays. I get it. Hey, that was some threat, though. I bet you're really glad that they're doing all that wiretapping because our embassies needed to close for the holidays. Well, you know what else they're saying, folks, is the people in our army are now committing suicide at rates unheard of before in previous history. That the people in our armed forces are just coming back and they're killing themselves, and they're killing themselves over there. And these people need some psychiatric help. They're being forced to kill other people for oil and for the bankers, and they're upset that they had to do this, and nobody will listen to them. And the government's brainwashing them to say it's okay to kill people for oil. It's okay to kill people for oil. And these poor people are coming home. Well, the report is in, folks. The military conducted a report on this whole situation, and they said that this war stuff has nothing to do with the suicides. It's just how kids are these days. They're awfully touchy and temperamental. So anyway, there you go, folks. It has nothing to do with our government and the wars. Well, here at Issues, folks, we're always looking out for the new nonprofits, and we want to give people hope and care about the future. And, the way to do that's through nonprofits like Community TV. But, we're so blessed that I can find a nonprofit that I'm behind, and I can give them some TV time. Yeah, I can put them on my show and we can talk to them and get them some good publicity, and then they do really well, and it's a really good thing for community and for the TV, and if we could get a crowd of people all behind this one cause and everybody rallies around the cause, I think we really have something good going. So my nonprofit du jour, folks, is the Save the Pygmy Foundation. That's right, folks. I've heard through the grapevine at the UN building of all places that there's no organizations looking out for the pygmies, and hundreds of pygmies are getting slaughtered every day for growth and food and other things. And in fact, I think I have a spokesperson for the Save the Pygmy Foundation here today. So let's take a listen to that, shall we?
Hi there. I'm Little Suggs, but some call me Tiny. I'm here to talk to you today about the plight of the diminutive but disappearing pygmy. This plight, while seemingly small and insignificant, is actually a plight of gargantuan proportions. You see, these pygmy folk are disappearing at a vast rate due to cannibalism. Why should you care? Why do you need to know? Well, because they're being eaten, speared, and roasted round and round fires because of the cannibals. But you know what? Don't take my word for it. Why don't we take a word from our expert?
We haven't seen a pygmy all day.
What can you do to help the plight of the pygmies? Well, this is no small matter, but let me tell you about it. Every minute and minuscule incremental donation that you give to Spilly Chili's Foundation for the Pygmies will make an added and incrementally larger donation fund for the Save the Pygmy Foundation. Yes, you can make your small donation now, adding up to a large total for the Save the Pygmy Foundation. We've got to beat the cannibals at their game. You see, the pygmies, while small, make a huge impact on our society. They're not just little runabouts. No, they're vastly important for us and our economy. So send your money now to Spilly Chili's Save the Pygmy Foundation and make a large difference in somebody's future. Thank you.
Well, that's right, folks. Spilly Chili is behind the Save the Pygmy Foundation. Send the money to me, and I'll make sure that we take care of it. But what? What's that? Oh, okay. Well, we're fair here at Community TV, and we like to give equal time to all the nonprofits that are concerned about issues. And well, here's one. This is the Save the Cannibal Foundation. I guess there's hundreds and hundreds of cannibals being killed. Let's go to our expert, spokesperson for the Save the Cannibal Foundation.
Hello. If I could take a moment of your time to tell you about something that's really important to me. Save the Cannibal Foundation. It is something that I know most of you haven't heard about, but I'm telling you, we're getting the word out. You're going to be seeing my picture around town because we want you to send $10, $20, $30, $40, $50. I know I'm starting high, but a lot of the cannibals don't have clothes. Take a look around. They need clothes. And some of the spears are a little dirty. It doesn't have, we need to sharpen them too. Oh, wow. Well, some of them are sharp. So please, every year, hundreds of cannibals are just killed by the Save the Pygmy Foundation. Come on now. Saving pygmies? We need to save the cannibals because that's higher in the food chain. I didn't want to say nothing, right? Right? All right. They're going to give me fives in a minute. But you know that they are disappearing. How many have you seen? I mean, we got 5, 6, 7 right here, but I bet you haven't seen any this week. Have you seen any cannibals today? They're disappearing. Let's check with our expert.
I haven't seen a cannibal all day.
But we want to save them. So send that money to Box 148 to Spilly Chili, Santa Cruz, California. I'll say it one more time. Box 148, Spilly Chili, Santa Cruz, California. Because we need it. We need that money to save them. We got to get clothes on them. It's hot out here in the jungle. They can't get those pygmies then, because that Save the Pygmy Foundation is messing them up. Messing them up. So please, send that money in and save some cannibals. I know I'm getting a little choked up. Save the cannibals. I know they look like they, don't care. They just got the same expressions on their faces, but, they're very stoic. And I'm here to talk for them. They don't speak English, and if they ask you, I'm just talking about dinner menus right now. But and I know that we need to save them. We need to save them, man. Please. That's 148. Spilly Chili, Santa Cruz, California. 10, 20, 30, 40, $50, whatever. So we can get something for them. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, yeah, I got to be behind that too, folks. As long as you send me the money, I'll make sure that we take care of it. Well, anyway, what? Oh, that's a great idea. I've got a vision for the perfect foundation. Let's take a look at that, shall we? Well, that's right, folks. Every year, hundreds of foundations are being destroyed by other foundations. Just look at the mess we have on our hands. The Save the Pygmy Foundation is being destroyed by the Save the Cannibal Foundation. And I'm here today to save the Cannibal Foundation and Save the Pygmy Foundation. And with your support, we can save the Foundation. By the way, have you saved any foundations? Are there any foundations left to save? Let's check with our expert.
I haven't seen a foundation all day.
That's right. For only $10 or $15 to me, Spilly Chili, I will make it my point to save the foundation from the other foundations. And you can make this all possible, folks, with just a simple donation of $5 or $10 or $20 to Box 148, Spilly's Save the Foundation, Box 148, Santa Cruz, California. Do it today. Well, I suggest you send me your cash today, and we will take care of the foundations to save the foundations from the Save the Pygmies so the cannibals can live. That's right, folks. For only your contribution sent to me, we'll take care of it. Anyway, let's get back to the news, shall we? I guess there was a big BART strike up there in the Bay Area, and it shut down BART, and all these people riding BART were really pissed off, and the management for BART got really pissed off because they lost all this money, and all the people that rode BART were pissed off, and they had to find other things. And so they went back to the negotiating table, and they negotiated fiercely for a month. And then they found out that the management was just playing games, and they really didn't want to negotiate. They just went their way. So the employees once again decided to go on strike, which is the only way that people have to defeat the corporations. Is, you get your members together, you shut down the business, they have to negotiate. That's right, they call it a strike. And it worked for years and years and years. But guess what, folks? This time when they decided to go on strike, our illustrious leader, Herr Brown, has decided that I will give them a 60-day cooling off period. Well, that 60-day cooling off period means these people have to work for the same wages, under the same conditions, under the same good faith that they